The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Media Mash,
A roundtable of Cowboys insiders,
dropping wisdom
and offering sizzling takes
on the current state of your Dallas Cowboys.
Now, your host,
Newy Scruggs.
All right, everybody, you are talking Cowboys here on the Media Mash. Clarence Hill, All City Dallas is here. I'm Newy Scruggs. 40 minutes of Cowboy content on a day after the Cowboys end up losing to the Cincinnati Bengals at home 27-20. Dallas looking for their second straight home win of the year. Didn't get it. So they're now 1-6 at home. And boy, I got to tell you, Clarence, you were pretty close when it came to calling the game. You picked Cincinnati to win 28-24. 27-20 was the final there. And the loss drops Dallas to 5-8. We knew the Cowboys are already long shot to get in the playoff. You can pretty much end all that conversation now. And you were starting to use December to look toward your 2025 roster. Big news today, Jerry Jones confirmed on his radio show that Demarvion Overshown will not be a part of the 2025 team as he now needs knee surgery. Go ahead and tell us more.
Yeah, I mean, we learned late last night that it was a major knee injury, multiple ligaments. Test revealed he tore the ACL, MCL, and PCL in his right knee. Just a devastating injury for Demarvion Overshown, who was one of the bright stars and bright hopes when you look to the future and like you looking for some positivity in this season. It was the player of Overshown and the prospects that he and Micah Parsons playing next to each other next year for a full season. What you're going to get from them, and I mean, Micah Parsons was reduced to tears in the locker room. And Eric Hendricks got emotional, and it was sad. You watch when he went down, the whole team gathered around him, and for a guy who missed his rookie year with the knee injury, tore the ACL on his left knee in camp, missed all his rookie year, came back, and just was one of the bright stars. And it wasn't just his play on the field; it's his attitude. His exuberance, his youthful exuberance, his love for the game, his joy of playing football. The teammates loved him. He's from Arp, Texas. He leaned into his small-town roots, wore his cowboy hat all the time. They called him Cowboy. Just a good old country boy who loved playing football, loved hitting people, loved being violent. He just brought something to the game, and it's a huge setback for the Cowboys. And, again, as you mentioned, because of the extended injury, because of the time of the year, you get hurt in December and January, he's going to be hard-pressed to be ready for 2025. And he may not be ready until 2026, so he could miss all of next year. And it's just a setback for him, setback for the Cowboys, who you already got enough needs in the draft of free agency. Now you're going to need to find possibly two starting caliber linebackers because you're probably not bringing Eric Hendricks back.
Right.
Now you need somebody to replace Overshown, and you need a playmaker. You just don't need a guy. I mean, Overshown was a special playmaker that they're missing. It's just a huge setback, devastating blow for the Cowboys in what was a devastating game. That was a devastating setback for this team and the momentum they were building. It's one thing to be building, when they say injure the insult, I mean, it's like this was it because this was a game was laid out perfectly. You're talking about the momentum and wanting to build on the momentum of the 2-game winning streak and hopefully, want to win out, long shot, whatever you want to call it. And to play a Bengals team that everybody was scared of.
They were Cincinnati was favored in this game by 5.5.
Yes, and with all due respect, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they are worthy of being feared. And for the Cowboys to play as well as they did, play as well, set themselves up to win. You're talking about it's 2 minutes left in the game. It's a 20-20 game. This Bengals team has been scoring 30 on everybody. You hold them to 20 points. You force 2 punts in the fourth quarter on 2 drive-ending sacks on Joe Burrow. This last punt with 2 minutes left, Nick Vigil breaks through and blocks the punt to potentially set you up for a game-winning field goal in plus territory. Potentially. set you up for a game-winning field goal. But as I said, in a season that's been off kilter since Jerry Jones promised to go all in and never went all in, you can't assume nothing good is going to happen for the Cowboys. And the Leon Lett play.
Let's slow down a little bit because there's layers upon what you're saying. Let's start with Overshown. Okay.
Well, you said it's part of you lose Overshown. All it is.
But go back into this because I talked a little bit about this on the Players Lounge. Your scouting department, you touched a little bit. Your scouting department has another issue now.
Yes.
As you're starting to look at as many with 30 free agents.
Yes, you got over 30 guys in free agents, including the coaching staff. But anyway, so all on one-year deals.
Overshown was one of the guys. Okay, we have a piece here to go along with the other piece in Micah Parsons. Okay, we got two guys, and thought leader Robin Sharma has a term he calls energy explosion. That's what Overshown brought you.
Yeah.
Energy explosion. So it's not just replacing the player, as you said, it's replacing the character and what he brought to the room.
Yes.
He was a special guy. So you've got that to deal with. Also, Diggy in my opinion, is going to get a big contract after the season.
Oh, he's going to get a good, I don't know. I mean, what's big? I mean, he's not going to get $10 million a year.
Okay. But put it like this. He'll probably price himself out here.
Because the Cowboys don't want to pay.
True, but there's another.
I mean, because you have to play Mike. I mean, Micah Parsons going to get a big contract.
Sure.
O's is not going to get nowhere close to Micah Parsons. He might get more than what the Cowboys want to pay him.
If he got what Armstrong got from Washington, you're not going to pay it, probably.
Possibly not.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? The way things are
I guess
going,
when I say big is relative.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mike is going to get a big contract. Dak got a big contract.
Okay, so our big's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mike, okay, you say big. To me, Mike
Armstrong didn't get a big contract. He got a big contract for Armstrong, okay? It just like, Micah Gallup didn't get a big contract. CD got a big contract.
Okay,
Micah Gallup got a big contract for Micah Gallup.
Micah Parsons is going to most likely set the record for a defensive player.
Yes, that's a big contract to me.
That's over here.
Yes.
Also, Diggy Zua, I think of Armstrong. I think of Tyler Biotis, the center last year when he got $10 million.
Nice contracts, right.
Okay. Contracts that the Cowboys said, nah, that's too much for us. And I bring that up because here's arguably your best interior defensive lineman. So you're going to lose an impact linebacker with energy and Overshown. You're possibly going to miss Oso Digizua. You're going to most likely.
Ghosted might be a free agent. DeMarcus Lawrence is a free agent. I mean,
your slot corner, Jordan Lewis, who's had an outstanding year.
You can go down the list.
Right. And so that's my thing of just with Overshown. Here's one more thing on top of what already seemingly is an issue.
Yeah. No. So I brought that up. It's just so. When I say you have all these problems, and then you add the Overshown injury, it's just a huge setback for the organization. But and in a game like that, when you set yourself up, and then you look at this game, and it's a microcosm of the Cowboys season. I mean, you lose BB. Cooper
Your
Beebe.
Starting center.
Yeah. You have to mix and match, and you play well enough to keep yourself in the game. You lose Overshown, and you play well enough to get out the field.
Your starting left tackle was out of the game. You didn't play him. Guyton. You went with Chuma Doga. So, I mean, just that whole thing in terms of the offensive line.
I think they went for Chuma because they felt he was better.
I'm just kind of going with overall. Well, you know what? The Stephen Jones, we like our guys. Yeah. Beginning of the year, we like our guys. That was your guy.
That was your guy. But yeah, so you look at all of that, and this was a must-win for the Cowboys, and it was a must-win for Mike McCarthy. We can get into all of that. It's just to have all of that happen, and then have the game set up for you to win. A game most people didn't think you were going to win. And had a game set you for you to win. You blocked the punt. You blocked the punt. And Ayo, say his name.
Or already.
Okay.
Ayo.
Son, what are you doing? I mean, I don't buy that the ball so he was trying to make a play. He was trying to pick it up and run with it. He was trying to do he was doing the Wanye Thomas, trying to be a hero. for the life of me, I just don't know why the Leon Lett play is not in the special teams room for infamy.
So, okay.
If you block a punt or a kick and it goes past the line of scrimmage, stay away from the ball. If you block a punt or a kick and it goes past the line of scrimmage and you can hear the thud, pop, 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 you can hear it. And then they yell poison or Peter, okay? And so everybody has rules.
Okay.
Stay away from the ball. Stay away from the ball. Stay away from the ball. Stay away from the ball.
Right. But and I come back to this is the thing I put out on Twitter. This is what bad teams do.
Yes.
This is what you do. We look at the Kansas City Chiefs and the way they played this year and the one score games and everything. And it's just like, yo, okay. This is how you get beat.
They find ways to lose. Chiefs find ways to win when they are living on borrowed time. The Cowboys always have find ways to win. That's the thing about this team. I mean, just doing the right thing. Even the Wanye Thomas return, go down. He scored a touchdown against Washington. Go down. You were supposed to go down. You didn't do the right thing. You let your instincts take over. OA, you let your instincts take over. You didn't do the right thing. The right thing is don't touch the ball.
Right.
All the offensive linemen and people picking up fumbles and go down. Go down. It's not your job to try to pick up and run with the ball. Go down. What are you doing, Terrence Steele? What are you doing, Tyler Guyton? It's always something that sets this team back, not listening to your teaching, paying attention to your fundamentals.
Right, the details.
Just the details. And as much as you can blame the injuries and bad, I mean, the Cowboys have done things to contribute to their own demise because they didn't boneheaded plays, not whatever you want to call it.
Right. The many pre-snap penalties. This is what they've done all year long. And once again, this is what bad teams do. And this is why the coaching staff is in the position they're in right now of uncertainty. And that's something that the owner has to look at to say, hey, okay, look at how we're losing some of these games. Where's the discipline? Why are we beating ourselves here? And it's been a bad month for the special teams unit. It's been good and bad. I mean, there's been some highs and there's been some what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, even go back to the Washington game where Turpin returns the punt, and then you go back to Wanye Thomas returning a kick.
He was supposed to go down.
When you're supposed to go down.
That's not including the block field goal and things like that.
Yeah, so it was, it's been so up and down. And if you're Jerry Jones, while Bones Fossil has a good reputation in the league,
great reputation.
Even Sean McVay let him go with the Rams because they're part of a Super Bowl team, and he's like, one too many for him. So this is the kind of stuff that gets weighed in at the end. This was as winnable a game as they had all year long. And they did not do it. And the old line, Denny Green said they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. They let Cincinnati off the hook despite an elite performance from Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. You were right there where you needed to be. Right there where you needed to be, and you did not get it done. Reminds me when LSU and Joe Burrow played Texas that year down in Austin. It was a great game, and Texas just did what they did.
Why? Why you gotta do that?
Well, I talked about it in the last podcast because my boy is a DB coach. My boy's a DB coach, and your boy Tom Herman went all mad and crazy. Our guys can't cover it, not this and not that. And he's like, dude, coach, they're a pretty good football team over there. Those some NFL receivers. Coach didn't believe it, and sure enough, what we see at the end of the year, that was a national championship team. That was one of the best offenses. Should have beat them if the running back did the fumble. We had him. Yeah. Let him off the hook. You mean like last night? Right. And that's what teams that can't get it done do, man. And that's why the other team did what they did. Yeah, it's not to pick on Texas. I'm just bringing up. That's why I've seen Joe Burrow. He and Chase have been doing this for a minute.
No, they're special. But again, the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy talked about it. This was a game they had to win if they were going to. And that's why I said weeks past, if you want to really make something of this momentum and make it real and put some substance behind, we're playing better, beat the Bengals. Beat the Bengals.
You touched on
Take
it
the
last
wheel.
week. You said
Beat
it on the
the
media
Bengals.
match, and we saw what happened.
And they had a chance to beat the Bengals. They were right there. They did everything they needed to do.
Yep.
They didn't play a perfect game. Cooper Rush didn't play a perfect game. But with 2 minutes left, they blocked the punt. They stopped the Bengals offense. They blocked the punt and had a chance to have the ball last and kick a game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
At home. And keep this momentum going. Going into a game against Carolina.
And what beat you?
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, the details. Not
Like-
and the thing about it is, and we can talk about it, and I understand, like after the game, Cowboy teammates, players would not let the media talk to AO. They wouldn't let him talk to him, and they're trying to protect him. But he's a big boy. He's a grown man, okay? And we wrote stories about him when he had a great game early in the season, that interception against Pittsburgh. I think he played well against Pittsburgh. We wrote stories about him, okay? There's nothing wrong with him answering what he was thinking, what he was doing there. And you can't tell me that Mike McCarthy has this thing about leadership. That's why he lets different people be captains and young guys because he wants to teach them about leadership. That's also teaching them about leadership. Let him stand up and explain what he was thinking. You sitting there protecting him and not letting media talk. Y'all being wrong. No, Dak Prescott answers that in interceptions all the time.
Yeah, that.
CeeDee Lamb answers questions about where he had the club and whatever else. Why can't this man answer a question? We do that. Micah Parsons has to answer questions about whatever. What's wrong with him answering a question about what he was thinking? And he can say, I'm sorry. He can say, I regret it and I feel bad. There's nothing wrong with that. That's being accountable.
And you just hit on the right word there. It's accountability. And we have a generation now of guys that don't want to be accountable and then want to feel as though anytime you want to ask about something that you're hating,
right,
or you're trying to get somebody, this is what it is. Like if you're,
it was a difference in the game. It was the biggest play in the game,
and
it was a turning point in the game.
Turning point in the football game.
And so we got to talk about it. We need to talk to the person that we're responsible for it. It's not, nobody's picking on you.
Comes with the meal.
Yes.
It comes with the meal. And
it comes with the check. And you get paid to play this game. It's a job.
One of the things that I've always believed, and this is just my personal thing as a media member, when you decide not to talk, that means other people have to talk for you.
Right.
And when other people talk for you, you don't know whether they saying is correct or not. Look no further than Philadelphia. When you got Brandon Graham saying one thing about the quarterback and the wide receiver out here, now people have taken that. You out here talking for other people instead of letting these people just talk for themselves.
Right. And Jerry Jones openly after the game wondering, was he coached the right way? Does he know what to do? Did he know the rules? Yeah, he knew the rule. He knew what you were supposed to do. And he's not a rookie. He hasn't played a lot, but he's not a rookie. He's been in the league. He's been to special teams meetings all his life. This stuff has been taught.
And I also go back to this, and we've seen it time and time again. Guys are more than willing to talk when something's good.
Oh, yes. Like I said, we talked to big stories on him early in the season when he came out of nowhere, had a big game. They kept him out there in front of Kalen Carson because he was playing well. We like to write the feel-good stories. Nobody's hating him. It cuts both ways.
You were involved in a critical play. If somebody, if you have a bad snap on a field goal, you're going to go to the snapper. You're going to go to the long snapper. This is what it comes with.
You missed the field goal. We talked to Aubrey about what happened on the block. Whatever. That's part of what it is.
Yes. Yeah, that makes me shake my head. And, when you talk about just, all right, you're gonna block him because you're quote unquote trying to get. What was the word again?
I don't know what they were saying. It didn't make no sense.
Trying to get him, or you said no? You said they said you were wrong.
Yeah. They was people were wrong, like unfair because we're asking them questions about a football game.
Yes,
a football. Yes, he feels
your
bad.
Profession, what you just got paid to go take part in.
Everybody feels bad. Mike McCarthy talked about his job. I mean, seriously, people talk about you walking around here with my job in your back pocket. I mean, that play could alter careers. We already talked about this. It's altering careers.
All right, Micah Parsons walked off the field before the game was officially over. Let's dive into that and just a season where yesterday the defense did enough, just did enough, but at the end, on the block punt, Jamar Chase burned the Cowboys for a 40-yard touchdown. They lose 27-20. He's Clarence Hill of All City Dallas. I'm Newy Scruggs. This is the Media Mash on DallasCowboys.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Media Mash.
Here we are, Media Mash. Second segment. He's Clarence Hill, All City Dallas. I am Newy Scruggs here. By the way, Times Athlete of the Year has come out. You know who it is? It's a female.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
I keep up with social media.
Okay. All right. Caitlin Clark.
You know what's the new on social media today? Dak Prescott have another baby.
Yes.
He and his wife was on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and they made the reveal on Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue she's going to do in May, and I think it's May 25th, I believe. And another girl for the quarterback. No Dak Juniors, no future quarterbacks. Another girl, but Dak's keeping busy. I see. That hamstring ain't holding nothing back.
Good for Dak Prescott. good for Dak, Uncle Tad, all those involved. So good on them, and Mama. So
yes, for sure.
It's another one. So good for him. Cowboys lose 27-20 to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cowboys now fall to 5-8. We can go ahead and just stop with hey, there could be this December miracle run and this kind of thing. No. They go face the Panthers in Charlotte this weekend. Then it's Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, and Washington to end the season here. What should Jerry Jones be most concerned about after this loss, in your opinion, Clarence Hill?
I mean, I think it's the talent. I mean, upgrading talent. I mean, one thing he didn't concern himself with during the offseason. I mean, you have to be better. I mean, certainly they've had a lot of injuries. You could talk about the coaching mistakes. We can do whatever. But the depth, the talent was not there, and they let them down. And he has to upgrade the talent. You know, certainly at the forefront is what is he going to do about Mike McCarthy? You know, and you got Dak, you have Troy Aikman before the game said Mike. He said he believes Mike's coming back, and he said that before the game. I don't know, you know, Micah Parsons come out in support of Mike McCarthy coming back, and you know, Jerry talked about it. You know, because Dak is such a big part of the future. You know, and finding someone to get the most out of Dak is a big part of the decision making, and Mike is part of that. Dak has had his best success under Mike McCarthy. But remember this: 30 days before he hired Mike McCarthy, he made similar comments about Jason Garrett. He talked glowingly about Garrett as coach, Garrett as a man. He's the right man for the job. At the end of the season, he let him go and hire Mike McCarthy. So we have to be careful about what is said right now, especially from Jerry, because he's not going to go out there and throw his coach under the bus. He's not going to do that, and he's not going to tip his hand.
Stay with that, because what I have told people, and they've asked me, hey, what do you think here? And I said, there's a word I learned in business school, depends. How does this season end? So you've now lost to Cincinnati. People haven't been paying attention. The Carolina Panthers have played good football the last month.
They've improved, right.
You know, had Kansas City in a place they could have beat them, had Tampa Bay in a place they could have beat them. Dallas is very well pretty much going down to Charlotte this weekend for a fight, in my opinion.
And let's understand this. A pissed off Charlotte franchise and a Charlotte owner who did not like the fact that the Cowboys used their stadium to announce Jimmy Johnson was going to the Cowboys Ring of Honor last year.
And took over the Fox show.
Took over the Fox show.
The Fox pregame show.
It was their home game, you know,
yes.
and so they like, oh, nobody cares about Carolina. Let's do this. So they were not happy. They did not want it to happen. Okay, so. Yeah, this is a team with momentum. It's also a team that wants to give the Cowboys a little comeback, a little what for? A little get back. You know, so you have that. So all that matters. But if you don't give him a contract at 12-5, no matter how the season ends, how can you do it now? He's 8-10, but you was 8-9 or 9-8, I don't know. You know, it's gonna be hard pressed, or 7-10. Well, how can you do it? The only way you can do it is because my thinking, the best case for Mike McCarthy is not necessarily what he's doing for this team and what this team is doing. They don't quit on him. They play hard for him. So they've made some mistakes, and they've had some injuries. Who else you gonna get? Who else is out there? Who else is a better coach? So now you might have a new voice, but who else is a better coach? Because you're not paying for the kid in Detroit.
Ben Johnson.
He wants $15 million a year. He wants control. And your boy, just real quick, Bill Belichick gave North Carolina a 400-page organizational manifesto that outlined salary structure, everything.
Tar Heel football in a new way.
You know,
gonna bring in Lawrence Taylor too.
And somebody said I would have handed him a 3 plays, look at his draft class the last 3 years at New England, and say, "What about this? You don't draft so well. Huh? You think I want you picking my groceries? I mean, you can.
This is a school that once hired John Bunting.
I know, but I'm just talking about from a Cowboys. I mean, bring the Dallas, whatever, if that's an option. But because Jerry loves Bill Belichick. But again, who you gonna get? Who is sexy? Who is gonna turn this thing around? Tell me, who's a better coach that's out there on the market than Mike McCarthy? Unless you just want a new voice.
And that's where I kind of go back into, how does this end, Clarence?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, because if this thing ends with losing 3 of games this month, or you get dusted up by Philip, how this ends matters, because Jerry's going to listen. He always does. He's going to listen. What do the seats look like for this Tampa Bay? Are you flexed out on Sunday night? Most likely you are.
No, because they entertain. People like watching the train. Ain't nobody flexing the Cowboys. Just like people talking about before. They're not flexing them.
Okay.
They're not flexing the Cowboys. They're not flexing the Cowboys on NBC. Is not flexing the Cowboys. Wait to see the ratings for Monday night. You saw the ratings for last Thursday on Thanksgiving. They're not flexing the Cowboys.
Clarence, I know NBC wants to do everything possible to keep the game and keep the Cowboys. I know this. But you get beat by Charlotte, and you get beat in Charlotte, and Tampa gets beat, then it's going to be a conversation. That's why beating the Bengals would have pretty much guaranteed they were going to be there. But we don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. But I just believe if this thing continues to pile up some more L's, and that Tampa Bay game is flexed, and then you got the Philadelphia game, and people aren't showing. Let's see. I mean, the Washington. We'll see.
I don't think the fans and stands are going to impact the coaching decision.
Because if apathy sets in,
it's already set. It was set in before the season. People disillusioned more than ever before the season. That's already been there. I know Cowboy fans that changed team before the season. It's set in, after Green Bay, and then after All In. It's already there.
And then there was a little bit of that hopium that was floating around here after 2 games. Yes,
not from the fans. No. Stop it. When they opened 3-5? Was it 3? Yeah, 3-5. No. I mean, first of all, the fans were disillusioned and upset coming into the season. The rocky start, not winning cheating home game. I mean, they were frustrated. I don't think that the end of the season, people are numb at this point. Okay. I don't think the end of the season is going to affect the fan base more than what happened in the offseason and the beginning of the season. The offseason and the beginning of the season really affected the fan base. The end of the season, everybody understands what the deal is, and now most of them, the ones that are still here, are rooting for a high draft pick. They've been on Team Tank.
I just believe Jerry will be emotional and take into account what the fans are thinking toward the end if this thing is not good. Hey, let's get our last break in here. Let's get back into Micah Parsons. Left the field, upset here. Where's Micah's mindset here? And by the way, Parsons is due for a big old contract. An elite contract, possibly the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. Does he want to be here? You have a good relationship with Micah Parsons. Let's dive into that next with Clarence Hill of All City Dallas and Newy Scruggs. This is the Media Mash on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Media Mash.
Media Mash. Final segment here, getting ready to go Listen to some press conference here as the Cowboys. Short week. They have to turn around and get to Charlotte, North Carolina, face a Panthers team which has improved as Bryce Young, who was benched earlier, is now starting and playing again. As Andy Dalton went down, and the Panthers are making some improvements. Claire's Hill, All City, Dallas joins me, Newy Scruggs here. We saw Micah Parsons about 6-7 seconds walking off the field yesterday. Bunch of memes and a lot of stuff that went out there. You're close with Parsons. Still waiting on you to get on the podcast, so maybe sooner or later you get there.
We're not going to be that media, okay? We're not going to be First Take. We're not going to make a big deal out of him walking off the field with 6 seconds left, game over, frustrated as ever over how it ended, over everything else. This is not a guy that was quitting on his team. This guy was out there giving his all. Did you see him chase Joe Burrow? Just like gets so fresh. He jumped up and down like Wiley Commons. I just can't catch him. But he had a huge impact on this game. He never got home, but he had so many pressures in this game. He was after Joe Burrow. He helped that defense, impacted that defense. And he was a set at his locker after the game. I mean, it's not a guy who was running from anything. He got emotional. He talked about crying, over Overshown and what had happened. Loved that young kid. That's his teammate. So the images and everybody wants to make a big deal out of him walking out the field is blown out of proportion. It's a nothing burger. And Mike McCarthy said it last night. We're all frustrated. Yeah, he's frustrated. And Micah said that was probably one of his most disappointing and frustrated losses he's had in a long time. He said it was bigger than Green Bay. And
you saw the clip of him on the Jumbo Jerry on TV, looking up there, and what's going on. And you're right, he was frustrated. Still wants to be a Cowboy, in your opinion?
No doubt. Okay. No doubt he wants. I mean, he loves it. This is where it was his dream, and he's the one who talked about we get all our guys back. I want to run it back. I think that we get our guys back. Of course, that was before he lost Overshown because he was looking at the future and feeling good about it. But, yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be a Cowboy. He grew up as his father's favorite team. He basically spoke it into existence about playing. We talked about it last week. He said, this is what he wanted. So I don't think none of that's changed, and they going to pay him. I mean, come on. They finna give him the richest contract ever for the non-quarterback. So he gonna take that right here in Texas with this no state tax and be happy.
I'll tell you afterwards a conversation I had in the press box with somebody who raised the question. So I don't want to put it out here.
No, you don't want to put it out there. But I mean, I think the context of any idea that Mike. I mean, first of all, the Cowboys ain't letting him go. And they're gonna pay him handsomely to stay here.
Okay.
So I mean, it's a moot point. Okay. It's not like he's not frustrated with the franchise. He understands. You got limitations with Cooper. He understands what's going on with the dealing with. Yet that game was a winnable game, and so you just watch it. Just watch. That's what killed me about people don't. This man was giving it his all. He left. If you watch that game, and people have a lot to say about Micah Parsons with the podcast and all the other stuff, but watch him on the field. He was giving it all, and he chased Joe and chased Joe and chased Joe, and was trying to have an impact on that game. And then you lose Demarvion, and he's upset about that. Then the defense comes up with big plays, a sack, and they have a chance to win, and to lose it like that. Yeah, that's gut-wrenching. It's gut-wrenching. It's heartbreaking. Yeah. It's frustrating. It's all of that. And he felt all of that in that moment. And so, yeah, he walked out the field. As in the great words of Derek Coleman, whoop-de-damn-do.
Kids don't know who Derek Coleman is, but he's a former All-American at Syracuse, first overall pick by the New Jersey Nets, and played the league a long time.
Yeah.
Derek Coleman.
One of the great sports quotes of all time, whoop-de-damn-do. Somebody asked
You know what, man? Let's end it there. So there are press conferences today here at the Star. Cowboys have to get ready to go face a Panther team that's going to be ready for them. And while the crowds have been sparse in Charlotte this year, they will not be sparse on Saturday. I should say on Sunday when the Cowboys play them, because there are plenty of Cowboy fans in North Carolina.
It'll be sparse, but it just, it'll be a lot of Cowboy fans there.
It's going to be a lot of Cowboy fans, man. It's that time. So a lot of people bought these as Christmas gifts. I know.
Won't be no Panther fans there, though.
Clarence Hill, All City Dallas. I appreciate
Give me some Bojangles. Get to Charlotte, give me some Bojangles.
Get to airport, baby. That's why I was headed at the airport. But
Bojangles.
Bojangles. They got the bone in there. The real deal, the bone in there, that you like. That's what you like there. For Chris Beam, Jazz, Josh, everybody's a part of Douglas Bear Club. We appreciate you listening to the Media Mash on DallasCowboys.com.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!